Hey guys, in today's video I'll be doing a tropical update for finally the first time in I think at least a week, because the Atlantic has finally woken back up again, and that big amount of tropical activity that we are expecting to occur over the next few weeks, at least through the first half of October. Between now and October 15th, it has kind of started now with the NEC designating this disturbance in the Western Caribbean, having it now as of the 2 p.m. advisory, having it at a 40% chance of development over the next 5 days, still 0% chance of development over the next 2 days, because we have to wait for that system to get closer to this area as we head through this week. So really we got to wait as we get towards Thursday, Friday, and the weekend, and into the earlier part of this next week, for the chances for the 2-day percentage to go up, and as well as a 5-day percentage. We'll see how much farther it goes up and see how much more likely the system is to occur. But as of right now, it says a broad area of low pressure is expected to form over the Western Caribbean Sea in a few days. Environmental conditions are expected to be conducive for some gradual development thereafter, and a tropical depression could form late this week or this weekend while the system moves slowly west-northwestward over the northwestern Caribbean Sea. So as of right now, I believe the system that NEC is monitoring for the potential of it developing in this area is now only centered farther to the east, I think over the Eastern Caribbean. So we have to wait for it to move towards the Western Caribbean over the next few days. So we got to wait again until we get towards Thursday, Friday, and the weekend to really see its chances really go up for potential development, and see how much it can develop into a tropical system, whether or not it does become a tropical system. Now let's go to the tropical tidbits, and I'll show you the models, projected forecasts as of right now, according to what the GFS says, the European model says, and the CMC says. And then I'll also be showing the current oceanic heat content map, and show you why the system actually has a pretty good potential of really forming, really good potential of really tapping into those really warm waters and the environment it's moving into to become a potential tropical system. So right now we're looking at the 12Z run of the GFS, the newest, most up-to-date run of the GFS model. And so let's look at what the current model run of the GFS shows. So you can see there's that big area of precipitation that is that disturbance that has moved in from the Eastern Caribbean and now is in the Western Caribbean. You can see it starts to consolidating and becoming a lot broader and getting a close low pressure center, and then hangs around the Yucatan, and then starts moving into the southwestern Gulf of Mexico and the Bay of Campeche, and doesn't really do much of anything there. So GFS has now become a bit less confident in this system really developing into much of anything. It does have that still general idea of maybe it could, because it has that general wave action of the system having a lot of spin to it, but it doesn't really have it really consolidating enough that much to become an actual good consolidated potential tropical system. Now the European model, let's start out, so now and move it as we head forward in time. You can see there's a vorticity for the nor'easter system that the Northeast and New England will be expecting as we head into tomorrow through Thursday. But then it shows, there it is, the tropical system in the Western Caribbean. You can see it shows it, unlike the GFS, much farther towards the north and west than the GFS. The GFS showing it much farther to the south and west and crossing the Yucatan. But then, as well, the European also has it kind of just falling apart, not becoming much of anything, which is very interesting. So the models have kind of shifted now for it not becoming much of anything. So we'll really have to continue to watch the system, though, as we head into the rest of this week, and see how much the models continue to change, showing the system. Here's a CMC model, and you can see there's this vorticity. Actually, we can change it, actually, to show the precipitation. So you can see there's that general spin with all the precipitation associated with that disturbance, and then it starts to form with a closed low pressure center as we head towards, Friday, Saturday, and into towards really early next week. Especially early next week, we'll really have to watch the system because that's when its key time frame is to try and become an actual tropical some kind of tropical system. You can see the CMC has a little bit better of a kind of circulation and vorticity to the system, with it not kind of just generally falling apart, but having a lot broader, definitely, but still have a closed low pressure center, with lots of precipitation around it. So the CMC model does seem to be the one model that has it trying to really consolidate into a tropical system. So we'll see, especially as we head forward into the rest of this weekend, into early next week, see how the models progress with showing the system. So it'll be very, very interesting to watch and see what they show for the system. Now I'll show you what the I want to show you what the GFS parallel model is showing for the system, because this is the newest. This is what they're trying to convert the GFS to. So this will be the GFS model that will be mainly focusing on and trusting than the current GFS model we're using. So you can see as we move forward out in time, the GFS parallel model has the system as we head towards this weekend into early next week, really consolidating into a system, having it forming much farther to the north and west in the Western Caribbean, and then going into the Gulf and crossing Florida, and then going up towards the East Coast and then out into the Atlantic. So that's very interesting. We're going to have to really watch that and see maybe if that could become some kind of potential track for the system moving forward, and see what the actual GFS model that we all trust in using, see how that shifts the system and starts to show the system, and then as well as the European CMC model, see what they start to show with that system, as we move into the rest of this week, into this weekend, into early next week. So that'll be very, very interesting to watch as well. One other model I want to show you is the Icon model, and as we head again forward into time, as we head towards the end of this week, into this weekend, you see there's that broad area of precipitation, which is that disturbance that we're watching. And then the Icon model also has it really consolidating into a system, but then kind of just meandering and chilling out in the Western Caribbean, really, for a few days, especially as it starts to form, getting towards Sunday and then into Monday, and now towards the end of this run is that Tuesday. So we're really going to have to watch the system closely and see what it does, because it doesn't seem like any of the models have a good consolidated forecast on what the system will likely do. Really all the models are all over the place with showing where the system could go. We're really going to have to wait until we get towards, again, like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and into early next week to really consolidate on where the system will really form and where it will go, and potentially actually how strong it could get. As of right now, it looks like, maybe it could become a tropical system, maybe a tropical depression, tropical storm. No idea if it would potentially become a hurricane, though. There is that chance it could become a hurricane. As you can see, this is, as of today, the ocean heat content in the Caribbean, where the system will be. In the Western Caribbean, there's the ocean heat content where the system has its best chance of development. You can see it has that entire area has a lot of heat that the system can feed off of, and that heat goes down far into the far down in the water of the Western Caribbean, so it's not just along the surface. So that's really going to be something we're going to have to watch, because if this system is really able to get into this area and really feed off of this heat content, it will be able to really try and get its act together and really try and become a stronger, more consolidated system. So that's going to be a really key thing to watch out for. So that'll be very, very interesting to watch. But again, that's it for today's video, guys. Really hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you enjoyed this update on finally the tropics starting to wake back up again in the Atlantic, and finally starting to see the potential of some newer potential tropical systems happening. Some maybe another potential named storm potentially occurring as we head towards next week. And I'll keep you guys up to date on the system as we head towards the end of this week, especially, and into next week. I think going into tomorrow and Wednesday and Thursday, I'll really be putting out more videos relating to the nor'easter, give more update on the nor'easter systems, that the Mid-Atlantic, Northeast New England states will be getting during during really Tuesday and Wednesday, and updating you guys on how much potential rainfall and even the winds, the actual winds, potential how strong the winds will be for us areas up here in the New England, Northeast, Mid-Atlantic areas from these nor'easter systems that will be happening starting tomorrow and going into Wednesday as well. So again, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you liked this update on the tropics. And if you like this video, consider liking the video and commenting on the video. If you're a first-time viewer and you liked what you saw in today's video, I do tons of this kind of tropical-related content on my channel, so please consider subscribing. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.